or sometime in the future. But tell you the truth, all I had to do was just ask some leading questions, let them fill in their own answers. In fact, when I wanted to work at Knott's Halloween Haunt,
Uh-huh.
the thing I really wanted to be was in the gypsy camp. I wanted to be a fortune teller.
What made you change your heart about it?
Because of the fact that they don't really open to out. They don't open their things to outsiders unless someone actually decides to retire, and none of them were.
Oh.
So yeah, that was a not gonna happen kind of deal. But yeah, I was pretty good when it came to palmistry. You know, being able to read people's lines.
On the hat?
What?
Are you talking about the lines on their palms?
Yeah, being able to read them. Now there actually is a science to palmistry. That's why the whole thing with numerology, I don't exactly put much stock in it because you don't choose your own name. Your family does.
Yeah.
So numerology, not exactly the most. But palmistry, pretty accurate. All the others are just leading questions.
With
Leading
the
questions, reading people's faces.
with the whole angelic number, I just kind of like got interested a little bit because she asked me like, do you keep on seeing a number everywhere? And like, yeah, like for actually years, which being like it was 343. And like I will
Yeah,
look,
well,
like I'll be in the middle of the night, I just getting a snack, and then I'll look at the clock, and then it'll be like 343. I'll pull
yeah,
out my.
well,
Go ahead. Go
here's
ahead.
here's the thing. That's one of the things she asked was a leading question.
Mm-hmm.
You filled in the answer yourself.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I'm glad you're starting to see what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because it's like you get they get you into a calm spot and then they start asking you questions. You fill in the blanks, and then that'll lead to other questions. You see, the people who are doing that, they're just asking questions. You're actually doing your own predictions based on what you know.
Mm-hmm.
They're just direct with their questions.
No more hostiles. Fob Echoes ready to be brought back into the fold.
Sounds like people are just looking for ways to like get into your insecurities and manipulate you.
Exactly. Now, I've actually put people under hypnosis myself. I used to do. There are times where I've also did a little bit of symbolism. Where I would get you nice and calm under, not quite unconscious because you can still think, but the type of hypnotism that that you are in a safe place, that nothing can touch you here through the power of suggestion. And I can remain quite calm when it comes to that. Now you are in a magical forest in a clearing, and you find a tree stump right in the middle. You walk to that tree stump, and you notice this notepad, and
Looks like we're right
on
the
the
edge
ground
of the
you
island.
see
A
this
chunk of what used to be a single
brush
contiguous
that
structure.
has
Can you
ink.
imagine the force it would take to blow this ring apart?
And it
Must have been
seems
quite a show.
that this ink will not run
Don't
out.
forget, we've got a solid
and
lead to follow up on at that dig site the Spartan mentioned.
basically just draw a symbol that you feel is you. Don't even focus on it, but just let your hand do the work.
I'm seeing another fob online. Standing by to support.
And when I wake you back up, you're going to draw it on the real piece of
Mongoose, fuel
paper.
map and ready.
And in
Stand by for
3,
debrief.
don't forget to open your eyes on 2. And with 1, you are back to consciousness. Go ahead and draw the... Did you see a symbol?
No.
I know, I didn't exactly put you under properly. But I'm just saying, it's like just the calmness of my voice and everything.
UNSC ain't going anywhere.
I'm too cynical to actually get caught into that stuff.
Thanks, Chief.
What?
Watch back.
I'm too cynical to get caught into that stuff. Too untrusting.
That's what some people say. But the thing is, I would have them just close their eyes, try and let the wind, you know, kind of thing.
Mhm.
And then I'd be like, humor me, kind of thing. If I know that you are, if you're cynical, I would just say, just humor me on this. It's like, now imagine yourself in a clearing, a forest clearing.
But granted, I do have a very hyperactive imagination, which is why I love reading too.
Yes, but that's part of the reason why it's like, as long as
UNSC distress pulse
like
detected.
nothing touches you,
More Marines in trouble.
I don't touch
Let's
you.
go be heroes.
I
Huh?
just use my words in a calming manner. You draw your symbol, and then I wake you up to draw it again. And that is usually your own personal symbol. But basically, I put you in a dreamlike state.
Yeah.
And let your imagination run the show for the most
Mm-hmm.
I don't let anything touch. I don't let other stuff touch. I try to keep it as quiet as I possibly
No
can.
response on comms. We should check it out. Spartan.
But yeah, so I have been some people in accounts. So yes, I have.
What kind of people do you think are the ones that fall right away into that type of hypnosis from your experience?
The ones who are usually seeking the most answers are usually the ones that are more susceptible. The key here is, like, is it mostly enjoyment, or is it mostly you want to prove them all wrong, kind of? And unfortunately, unless you play poker really well, you can tell based on the face
They aren't getting away from us.
who can be susceptible and who can't.
Just by the facial expression?
Yeah, based on their facial expressions, you can tell. Or when you go to shake someone's hand, you might notice someone doing a double grip.
Great work.
Uh-huh.
And it might be like, and part of their fingers might be on your wrist. That's another way, which is heartbeat. How you grip. Basically, think kinesiology with human behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Most fortune tellers know how to read people.
Forever grateful, sir.
So, yeah. Usually, especially if I'm on the same wavelength as other people, and I can get that, then it makes it a lot easier to know what's going on.
Distress signal not far
Such
from
as
this location.
when you know people are arguing, but they stop arguing with you, you can kind of feel the tension in the air, right?
I pick crap out of my teeth meter.
Yeah.
Well, similar to that, except I'm more sensitive to it. So I can feel like when there's sadness, where there's happiness, not just when there's tension. And you can tell that there's tension without even seeing the people.
And people usually tell me that I'm always emitting like this kind of pressure around me. Like, for example, when I started working in the hospital, like I was quiet most of the time. Like to the point that people didn't think that I spoke any English. And now, since I've been here, the reason I did is because I just wanted to like try to see and observe who were the fucking assholes and who were the people that will actually do any work. You know, just observing and studying them. But now that I've been there for like quite a long time now, like around 2 years, and I'm beginning to like open up to like more and more people in there.
Vehicle destroyed.
Like they tell me like I was a very scary person, even though most of the time I just concentrate on my own stuff, on my own work.
Come
Yeah.
on, line up, you bastard.
I get that. And just like people think that I'm more of a happy, bubbly person, when in fact, I have way more darkness than most people think. I just can mask it really well.
Mm-hmm. I guess it's just like that when people like when we are very self-aware of how we really are. Like I don't deny my flaws. I know all of my flaws. If people ask me like yeah I'm this and this and that, so like nice to meet you.
That's why I used to always use self-deprecating humor.
Yeah.
Because for the fact that because of my darkness and everything, part of it is kind of like a shield, because
You and
by
I see
beating people to the
distressfuls
punch,
detected.
I take their joke away.
More Marines in trouble. Let's go be heroes.
So it's like they can't make fun of me if I make fun of myself first.
Yeah, and it's hilarious when you see the facial expression, just thinking about like "Wait, this person is just insulting." So like, yeah, I just did. Now you got nothing against me.
Exactly.
Tango's coming our way. Get down! We're under fire!
But if you do it every single day, every single time you've met them,
Really gets the blood pumping, doesn't it?
that's how you lose a lot of friends.
Yeah. I understand that.
I mean, there have been quite a number of times where I almost lost John's friendship.
One more for the pile.
Quite a number. Because of the self-deprecating humor. Is I didn't know when to stop. I still do it every now and then, but now that John really knows the truth about me, he understands why I have things. And I feel comfortable in things. But basically, because I give off the feeling of happy bubbliness, I've been basically pigeonholed. No one actually expects me to have such darkness. Unless I actually let it out.
Last mistake you'll ever make.
For me, I try to hold it in most of the time, but then I guess since I do it way too much, I start turning into this time bomb, and sometimes there are situations like I'll be talking to someone and I end up making like the whole situation about myself, even though I'm trying not to do that. And it's hard.
I know it's hard. It's hard when you have to remove your mask.
Yeah.
It's like one
Like-
of the hardest, especially when you're so used to gripping the mask like a death grip.
Like, as sometimes like I like it when people come to me, and I don't understand though, like why the people do this around me. Like they talk, it's like they start like revealing all of their secrets as if like with confidence, even though like I just met you. Even though I have nothing against that, because I understand it, like people have pent up feelings that they need to express them, let them out. Since I've been into that situation as well, I understand it.
One more, get down. We're under fire.
So at one point, one of the co-workers, she was pretty much opening up a little bit to me, and then I just straight up asked her like, "Why are you doing this? Like, I just met you."
Hell are you playing?
No sign of hostiles. You
But then
said
I
further loss today.
I guess control myself and realize, yeah, like
Oh, you
this
are
person has a lot of stuff inside of them.
kicking you
and it's hurting them. So I'm gonna listen as much as best as I can. Because you know, like we went through that situation. Like we understand the pain that comes from holding it in.
Yeah. But yeah, it's good to get to know you away from John, Orville.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah, for the most part, I can actually be quite calm. I just put on the bubbly exterior.
It's just like I told you before. You don't have to do that all the time around me. Whenever you need, like just
I
even
know,
venting, you can come to me.
I know, but but it is hard because I still grip it like a death grip.
Yep.
And known John for over 15 years now. Probably close to 20.
I was alone for months. You wouldn't believe what I ate to stay
And I'm
alive.
saying probably.
Yeah.
And so it took me a long time even just to lower it with him.
Is it because you were afraid that you were going to be judged on your personality? You
Pretty
try
much.
you trade of thought. Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, so it takes me a really long time to be
I'm
able to
aboard.
trust
Let's
people.
go.
So it's no offense to you. It's just
No, I understand. I
it's my
understand.
culture. Yeah, so if I still do my self-deprecating humor, don't be pissed off at me, please.
No, I won't.
Thank you.
For me, it doesn't matter. Anything goes, and I won't judge you for anything as long as you're not physically hurting somebody. That's where I draw the line.
So I guess I shouldn't tell you about my boxing, huh?
No, I don't mean it that way. That's training. I
Oh,
mean,
you
like,
are physically
no, no, no.
hurting
Okay, let
me.
me rephrase that. As long as you don't have the intent of like actually committing a crime and going to physically hurt somebody. There you
No,
go.
it's specifically for self-defense.
Yes, but I'm not referring you to your training or to your hobbies, stuff like that. I mean, when you really have like a malicious intent or hurting somebody.
Oh, there's gonna be at least once a month that I'm gonna have those types of feelings. So when I
Literally. Okay, you know what? Everything goes with you. Let's just say that. Because
well, one of the things with Eric, he
Mhm.
actually gave me that idea. And
What's
that
up?
is once a month I have a meltdown day.
Yes.
Do you know what a meltdown day is?
When you just literally let everything down, all your feelings, all the
Yeah,
anger.
pretty much. Like I can scream as loud as I want, get angry as much as I want, punch the pillows as much as I want. Only the pillows, nothing else. I have enough holes in my walls as it is. No, seriously.
I believe
Uh,
it with how low quality the houses are in this, like in California.
but anyways, so I punch pillows, I scream, I get all my feelings, my all the feelings out that need to get out because during the rest of the month I'm like a soda being shaken.
Shotgun.
And so in order to let out the steam, I would have a meltdown day. I haven't really had to use it as much because of the mindfulness,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still there. And I used to go to the theme parks a lot when I had to do my meltdown days because when I needed to like really scream, I also needed a reason to scream instead of just screaming like bloody murder.